Today's show is brought to you by JobScan. JobScan is a site where, frankly, they take some of the issues with the black hole, the applicant tracking system, and really help you fix your resume so that it's able to get through the system. Now, the way it was started out is there was a job hunter named James who was running into problems getting his resume through the applicant tracking systems, because he found that they were parsing, ranking, and filtering resumes with algorithms. So what he did was develop a system that helps you figure out how your resume matches up against specific jobs and makes recommendations for how to tweak it to make it get through the systems. Not 100% perfect, but much, much better than what most people get. So use the link in the show notes. You will get better results with your resume when you submit it through the ATS. Now, we'll be back in just one moment. This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio, episode 2092. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. Still having a software problem, using something a little bit different than what I'm used to? I apologize if the audio levels aren't perfect. And today's show is one that I actually did live with someone a few years ago, where he got on what used to be called Blab, a video chat service, to ask me questions. And in his case, he was a sales guy who was wondering whether LinkedIn could be useful for him. Now, I cover this from the perspective of his work, but I also cover it from the perspective of how to network on LinkedIn, and I view this as being a show for beginners. Hope you find this helpful and give it a great review wherever you listen to. How about, instead of a great review, how about an honest review, which I'm pretty sure will turn out well, but give it an honest review wherever you listen to the show. It helps other people discover it. And by the way, follow me on YouTube. The easiest way to get to my channel is jobsearchtv.com. That will take you to my channel, and it is organized by playlists on lots of different categories. So again, jobsearchtv.com. And with that, let's get going. If you're going to start a business for yourself, a side hustle or an actual all-out business, it's important that you set yourself up the correct way for tax purposes. Incorporate.com, great service. I used it myself to start my business many years ago. It will allow you to set up a C Corp, an S Corp, an LLC, or a nonprofit all through the web. They'll answer questions for you. They're not, legal experts. You should have one of your own, but they make the process of setting up a business very easy. So use the link in the show notes to go to incorporate.com. It will help you a lot. And we'll be back in just one moment. And I've got my first guest here, Scott McDougall, who basically asked, is LinkedIn worthwhile and how does it work? What kind of work do you do? Let me start by asking that.
I work in sales. I sell POS systems for the restaurants, for their registers, their cash registers, like IT stuff.
Gotcha. So yes, LinkedIn is incredibly valuable for you. It'll help you not just simply from the standpoint of finding a position, it's also going to help you from the vantage point of building your business, because you'll learn more about people that you're connected with. So I'm going to put my link in the show notes, along the sidebar here, so you can connect with me.
Okay.
And my thought is, you want to get connected to as many people with lots of connections as you can. Because in the LinkedIn universe, you're able to see more if you're connected to more. And that can include connected to people who have more connections than you.
Oh, okay.
Now, I'm a guy with about 15,000 first-level connections, which in the LinkedIn mathematics of first, second, and third level connections translates into some ridiculously high number. And thus, if there are people that I'm connected with that you want to hook up with in some way, you send a message to me and say, hey, Jeff, I'd like to talk to this person in your network. You think you can put me in touch? And I'll forward your connection request to them so that you can start a dialogue directly with them.
Oh, okay.
Now, here's a couple of basic tips. And I haven't seen your LinkedIn profile, so I have no idea what it looks like, but judging by the question, I'll say it's probably pretty basic, right?
Yeah.
So what I'll suggest you do is to get, number one, a great picture of yourself on your profile. Great professional picture. Don't think of it like Facebook. Think of a great professional picture. Number two is that line underneath your name. A great line there would talk about, exceptional salesperson who's hit more than 150% of quota for 5 years running. That motivates people to reach out to you, right?
Okay.
Now, when most job hunters are looking for work, they think about writing a resume. That's great. And resumes are for when you're the hunter. LinkedIn is for when you want to be hunted.
Ah, kind of like a date.
Right. So think of it as, if you want people to reach to you, you create a LinkedIn profile that's really keyword rich, like for the things that people would look for in someone like you. Okay. So sales, metrics for sales, the type of sales that you've done. Things along those lines go a long way toward getting people's attention, and they'll start searching for you. Now, I'm always a believer that you make it easy for people to really connect with you. I'm not talking about just on LinkedIn, but to take what they see on LinkedIn and to reach out to you in real life. So you've got this summary area on LinkedIn. You write some great text about what you've done and make the point of putting in your email address and phone number there. Okay. So this way, people aren't just going to connect with you on LinkedIn. They can call you up. They can email you.
Now, can you get your Facebook friends and convert them over to LinkedIn?
Absolutely.
And a lot of people, I have more Facebook friends than I have LinkedIn friends, and they have jobs all over the place. So I don't know how to sync that.
There's a place on LinkedIn when you log in, and if you just bear with me, I'm going to take a peek if I can direct you there, and it'll be part of an audio. But if they're an email, you'll be able to hook them in. Connections, add connections. So when you get to LinkedIn,
okay,
there's along the top what I'll call a black ribbon. And you'll see the word connections up there. Then you use a drop down and go to add connections. Now, if these friends of yours from Facebook are on LinkedIn and you have them an email, so if you've got a Gmail account, if you've got a Hotmail account, if you've got some sort of nice generic email address, LinkedIn will send invitations to them to connect with them.
Okay.
So again, the connections ribbon across the top, drop down, add connections, and you just give them your email address and password, and they'll start pulling these people in, and you'll beef up your numbers a lot.
That's safe, though? That's okay?
Excuse me?
That's safe? That's okay? To do the password thing?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, what other questions can I answer for you about LinkedIn?
Let's see. So now the resumes and stuff like that, do I just put my full resume on LinkedIn, or do I just kind of look at somebody else's and kind of get some tips from that, or what do you think?
I think the number one thing you think of is, if someone was looking for someone like you, what would they want to find on your profile that would make them want to reach out to you?
Okay.
Sure. And, I don't know if you're comfortable doing search engine optimization, because LinkedIn is like a big search engine. They put the stuff on Google. They reach out to folks. It's a nice way to broaden your capabilities and your exposure. Okay. But if you're not comfortable doing that, copy and paste the sections of your resume that correlate to the employer. So let's say you work for an ABC company right now. You put the text underneath ABC company and the dates that you work for them, and suddenly you have a big section of your profile filled out already from your resume. And you you might want to add some more in there so that this way you have a way of, again, the more you put in there within the space LinkedIn gives you, the more likely it is you're going to pull people.
Now, is there a way to, if you're on LinkedIn, can you post your resume out there, but you don't want your current job to find out about that you're applying for other jobs? Is there a way to do that or not?
Well, applying for other jobs, you don't have to apply through LinkedIn.
Oh.
Yeah. If you're updating your profile and you're connected to your boss, for example, already on LinkedIn, there are privacy settings that you can go to and turn off the privacy setting where anyone you're connected with is notified of changes. And the way to find that is in the upper right. If you have a picture up there, great. If not, there's going to be some little icon that they throw up there, and it opens up a drop down where privacy and settings is there. And normally it's toward the center on the bottom, and you can turn off notifications to anyone that you're connected with.
Okay.
So that they won't get notices when you do the update. And then you turn it back on afterwards.
Oh, okay.
So it's like for however long you're tweaking your profile, keep it turned off. And then turn it back on. Forex Alerts, Nick, welcome in. Good to have you. We're talking about LinkedIn with someone who I don't think it's unfair to say, Scott, you haven't done a lot with it up until this point, but now it's time. And as a sales guy, from a business development standpoint, it's a great tool to build your network, so you have people to sell to. So get out there and start using it that way, and start searching for people at potential clients that you might want to connect with to help build your business.
Very cool. Well, I appreciate your time, Jeff. I got to get going this morning, but I thank you for your advice. That's very helpful.
You're welcome. Hope you have a great day.
You too, Jeff.
So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, I've got a lot that's in the show notes that will help you. Go there, take a look at some of the things I highlight. I know it can help you with your search. But I want you to do one thing for me, and that is put in your phone thebiggamehunter.us, Jeff Altman, my name. And when you need help, when you need advice, when you have a question, come over to the website, go exploring in the blog, contact me for coaching or because you have a question. I'd love to help you. In the meantime, I hope you have a terrific day, and most importantly, be great! Have you been struggling on your interviews? Are you not getting the results that you want? My course, my book, my Kindle book, The Ultimate Job Interview Framework, will help you dramatically improve your performance. Now, if you'd like the course, it's a video course that I offer through Udemy. You can order it at thebiggamehunter.us or as a paperback or Kindle book on Amazon. What the course will teach you is really very simple. The best question to ask on an interview and when to ask it. How to answer the question, tell me about yourself, far better than anyone else would ever answer it. In addition, you'll be able to tell stories that connect the dots with the interviewer about how your background fits the role, and be able to ask questions that are going to allow you not to step into the minefield that you've been in too many times before in your job search and in your career. So again, it's called the Ultimate Job Interview Framework. It's available on Udemy. That's udemy.com. Or you could go to my course directly at thebiggamehunter.us/interviews. Again, available inexpensively as a course or as a paperback or Kindle book on Amazon. Now let's get back to the show.